saw last week, they weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 47 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Here's Hall again. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
And Johnson's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Hall again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Johnson's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He'll get this to Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
Next to receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once more, here's Eckler. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to small up the ball carrier.
On third down, Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
They'll start on the ground, Hall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They go play action with Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner,
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Now Wilson on first down. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Wilson will throw again. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Blake Gillikin now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
That one goes for 30 yards.
You think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Johnson's kick is good, and they will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, You get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. We've hit the 2-minute mark. Half 10-0 our score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Brown. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out in a hurry.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. Okay, the very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Amari Barno. And the Jets are going to get it back here just past the 35. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll work this down inside the 40. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Play action. It's Wilson. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A final shot before break. Brown. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Second half starts with a run by Hall. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. All again on 2nd down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 61 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run with Hall. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. That's good for a Jets first down.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 24. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. They'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They started on the ground with Eckler. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. It's Eckler again. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Brown.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting roughed backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now Brown, throwing on 3rd and long. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Straight ahead is Hall.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just...
And he's in! Touchdown, Jets!
Breece Hall with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year.
And the Jets have opened the lead up to 30.
Johnson's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Brown. Open man. Higbee, the tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They're going to try and throw.
Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they wind up getting 13 there on fourth down.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. We have played 3 quarters. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Eckler now between the tackles. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Brown. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd down, Eckler. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll go again with Hall. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Fields it right around the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Brown now to throw on second down. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Brown. On the screen, this is Eckler. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. The handoff, it's Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Looking to throw. Brown. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to throw. Brown. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
110 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Ball again on second down.
And some room to run now. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Out for the PAT, here's Johnson.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Brown. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
It's an extra point. Up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Fans will love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.